Well, that's how I was going to start out. I mean, a little more than a year ago, you know, I had this conversation with President Shaw, and you know, many of us have been working hard for a long while to see that proficiency-based learning and graduation and a standards-based approach to teaching and learning in all of our schools becomes reality. I mean, Yellow can speak to that, Jim Ryan can speak to that. This has been a long journey for Maine, and now it's real. And to have the backing of a college or a university, and this Linda Schott starts describing her vision and what it could be at the University of Maine, Presque, and I have to say, I was more than wowed. It was that good. And all I could think of is that we've been working really hard across Maine and across New England particularly at our organization, the Great Schools Partnership, to try to get higher education in the collegiate world to lend support to the notions of change that are coming in high schools, hoping that that's going to sort of get some traction in higher education. And this president is going way beyond that, and her intent is to say, you know, it's sort of like we want to skate to where the puck is going to be. I mean, sort of the, you know, the great Presque's hockey line, it applies to education as well. You know, these students are in these schools all over Maine. It's law. By the way, it's law in New Hampshire and Vermont. So this is something that's not going to go away across the country. I was in Madison, Wisconsin this summer, working with the schools in that area who are, you know, we need to catch up to New England. We need to be able to get where Maine is. Maine's the leader in the notions of proficiency-based graduation. But to have a university say that, you know, there'll be a lot of students out there in changing secondary schools who are experiencing student-centered learning, that they have to demonstrate in overt ways what they know and what they're able to do. And wouldn't it be right for us as a university to say that we're going to go down the same road of change as we approach, you know, the collegiate educations of these young people? And wouldn't that be a great attraction from many of them? And I just listened in awe. And since that time, our organization, Craig Kesselheim, is a colleague of mine. He's been working closely with the faculty to have 19 members of the faculty step up to be fellows to get this work. This is remarkable. This is a big story for Maine. This is a big lift for the work in our schools. The class of 2018, so all the youngsters are in 8th grade in Maine. You know, their high school graduations will be dependent upon their demonstration of Maine's learning results and Maine's guiding principles, and they'll have to do that in overt ways. It is a way to build college and career readiness, and there's going to be a good number of those young people who are going to end up moving their learning to the campus of the University of Maine, Presque. But this is a big deal for New England and for the country. I mean, I don't know of another really singular university or college in the country who is trying to do it in this pure way, really honoring sort of, you know, kind of blurring the lines when it's sort of a handoff. You know, the secondary schools, K-12, we hand off the students to the workplace and to colleges and careers, and that's what's happening here. And when you get collegiate leaders and faculties who are willing to say, you know, we've looked at ourselves, student-centered, personalized learning is where we need to go. These kids need to be technologically advanced, and that we need to connect to our communities and give them real-life experiences. And that's what that's what students are having in the secondary schools. That all bodes well. So this is a super support for the secondary schools in our state, across New England, and around the country. And I would say that UMPI is where it's going to be for a whole lot of other collegiate institutions. So, you know, I am more than impressed, and I salute all of the work. I do want to put a plug into the Chancellor and to the university system. The University of Maine system, all 7 campuses, were among the first to step up to lend support to Maine's movement to move to proficiency-based graduation and standards. And so that has come from the admissions offices, from the president, from the chancellors. But UMPI, what they're doing is way above anything. It's, you know, that's the way teaching and learning is going to happen on our campus. So it's, I think it's a great day, and congratulations.